your class belongs to 5, 6, 7 and 8, somewhere else in any of the one of class you will come across distribution property, distributive property. What do you mean by distributive property? What do you mean by distribution? This is very important in mathematics. So I'm going to explain you about the core concept of distribution and core concept of distributivity and how exactly it will help in the whole numbers. Okay, spend another 5 minutes and you'll be understanding thoroughly about the concept about the distributivity property in the whole number. Let us start with first a definition. What exactly the distributivity means? Okay, take one number, say about 6, value number 6. So I want to distribute this number into the different whole numbers using a arithmetic operation. Again, to make a simple calculation purpose. Okay, that is I'm distributing. So the definition says, what exactly definition says? Spread, okay, or expand the existing whole number into using a different whole number, okay, and combine them using arithmetic operation to get the same value. This is very important. To get the same value, we are going to use a different whole number in combining with arithmetic operation. Let's take a small example with respect to that. I'm taking a 6 into 8 equal to 48. Okay, if you know thoroughly about the table, the answer is straightforward 48. But sake of understanding purpose, this is the one example I have taken here. The 6 can be written into the different way. Let me show you how exactly the 6 can be written in different way. 1 plus 5 and equal to 6, right? Please concentrate at this moment. I'm going to use a mathematical operation, that is addition and subtraction both, and how exactly both will play a different role in distribution property. Okay, 1 plus 5 equal to 6, and then 3 plus 3 equal to 6, and 4 plus equal to 6, right? So just concentrate here. I'm going to use 2 plus 4. 4 plus 2, 2 plus 4. I'm just using these two quantities. I'm shuffling together left and right and shuffling the places. Okay, the answer is same. This is holds good only in the addition. This is called a closure property. Okay, and when we go into 5 plus 1, it's once again 1 plus 5, same. This is following the closure property in addition in the both way, one way and two way. Both way the answer gives only the value 6. Right, but it does not holds good for the subtraction. Let us see. Now 10 minus 4, how much? 6, agree. And then 9 minus 3, 6. Next 8 minus 2, 7 minus 1, both gives a 6 value. This is one way. But if you do a minus, like 4 minus 10, if you shuffle them, minus 6 is not a part of the whole number. It is belongs to a integer. Okay, that one we will discuss in the bit later chapter. And if you take 3 minus 9, it gives a minus 6. 2 minus 8, if you shuffle of 8 minus 2, you'll get minus 6. 7 minus 1 is 6, and if you shuffle them 1 minus 7, it gives a minus 6. So the minus 6 is not a part of the whole number. Okay, now let's go and check with the distribution of the proper number 8. How exactly? 1 plus 7 is 8, 7 plus 1 is also 8. I'm just shuffling here. The closure property is applied on the addition on the one way and both two ways, both side. Similarly here 2 plus 6, 6 plus 2, right? And here is 3 plus 5 and 5 plus 3, both gives the 8 number, but the shuffling, even though after shuffling, and 4 plus 4, obviously it is even after shuffling also they gives the same numbers. So but if you take a negative number, if you take a subtraction method, 10 minus 2, 2 minus 8, 10 minus 2 give you 8, which is part of the whole number, agree. But 2 minus 10 will not be a part of the whole number. Hence, what it says that I'm just proving here that the distributivity property holds good for multiplication over addition only. Over addition only, this is holds good. I'm just proving here. And the distributive property does not holds good for the multiplication over the subtraction. Does not holds good for the multiplication over the subtraction method. That is very important. Let's see 6 into 8 into equal to 48, and we will, sake of understanding purpose, let us distribute this value into the different categories, and we'll take one example for the calculation here. See here, now you have different numbers 1 plus 5, 1 plus 5, whatever you see here all are belongs to the value gives only the 6, and whatever you see this side all are belongs to 8. Okay, 1 plus 7 and 2 plus 6 and 3 plus 5, 4 plus all belongs to 8, and we are doing a multiplication arithmetic operation, addition operation. Let's take one value in this. How we can do the calculation? I'm taking it separately. Okay, 1 plus 5 and into 1 plus 7. Let's take 1 down, and then we are taking a group of 1 plus 7. Okay, we are taking this group 1 plus 7, and then we are taking a plus down. Okay, we are taking a plus down, and then we are taking a 5 down and grouping with the 1 plus 7 multiplication. And let's see, simplify this one. 1 into 1 and 1 into 7, 7, and plus down, and 5 into 1, 5, and plus 5 into 7. This is once again a number. I'm trying to distribute this 5 into 7 separately. Let us see how exactly. This is 5 into 7. I'm doing the distribution property once again. You see, this is how 3 plus 2 equal to 5. Agree. Into 4 plus 3 equal to 7. See the answer. It gives a 35. This 35. Okay. This 35. I'm going to put it here. Okay, I'm going to put it here, and let me simplify this one. 7 plus 1 equal to 8, and plus same 5 comes as it is. This answer gives 35 here, and let us see what exactly gives the result. 8 and 40, this both together gives the 48. You see, the previously we saw that 6 into 8 equal to 48. Okay, so this is how we distributed the whole numbers using the arithmetic operation, that is only with respect to addition. We are not going to use the subtraction here. That's where the distribution property, this is the statement, holds good for the multiplication over the addition. And if you see in the textbook of the mathematics, this is the statement is given in the textbook. That is because this is only holds good for addition with respect to whole number only. Okay, and this is all about a distribution property. And let me go to the next section called identity property with respect to whole number, and how exactly it will be going to work out with respect to arithmetic operation. Okay, that's it on this topic. I'm requesting you to go through the content, and request you to share and subscribe and comment. If you want to know anything on the similar kind of content, please let us know in the comment, and please also give me the feedback about this session, how exactly, whether you understood or not. Okay, thank you very much. Let's see in the next session.